What up, YouTube? It's your boy Sim the Go 5, man. Back with another one, you know what I'm saying? We got a new one for you today. It's another Diddy update, you know what I'm saying? We're finna get on into it. I told y'all we're gonna keep y'all updated on everything, you know what I mean? So it's freaking Nah, I ain't gonna say that. Let me rephrase that. It's Friday. My bad. I ain't mean to say that. I ain't wanna get nothing started. It's Friday. I hope everybody having a great day out there. Y'all be safe this weekend. Have a great weekend. So let's get into it, man. Y'all like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Malone TV News. Let's go.
Not too late, though.
Not too late.
He believes he's innocent. I believe he's innocent.
Wait a minute. Let me get this right. Okay.
And we're going to fight this case with all of our might until we don't have to fight any longer.
I'm trying to make it wider. What we can good, right? A bigger screen. Let's see here. Give me 1 second, guys. Oh, this is something.
I love you.
I love you too. All right, let's.
You know what we're gonna do.
Let's play.
Amidst Diddy's ongoing controversies, another connection has emerged that's reportedly shaking the entertainment industry. This person is none other than beloved TV host Ellen DeGeneres. According to explosive reports, the DeGeneres' association with Sean Diddy Combs has come under scrutiny, following the release of his alleged list, which has sparked widespread outrage and repercussions. How is Ellen connected to this? What tweet has linked her to Diddy's controversies? The truth is out, and the revelations have raised more questions than answers. Ellen DeGeneres and Diddy, a friendship under scrutiny. There's always been a part of the elite world that's always been shrouded in mystery.
Hold on, let me replace the screen. get bigger. And make this bigger. I don't know why it's doing that. That's interesting.
The dark underbelly of Hollywood's elite is always a magnet to controversies and suspicions, a part that also comes with the devastating consequences of constant scandal. Ellen
I don't know why it's not doing what's doing this. Never had this issue before. Sorry, y'all. I updated my system and I don't know what the heck they done. They tried this way.
DeGeneres and Sean Diddy Combs are two of Hollywood's most powerful figures. They are known for their influence, wealth, and long-standing ties within the entertainment industry, and they've been spotted together on several occasions. Diddy's legal troubles have brought renewed attention to his close ties with DeGeneres, with whom he has shared a publicly friendly relationship for years. Diddy has appeared multiple times on the Ellen DeGeneres Show, and their playful exchanges were once seen as lighthearted moments between two major stars. The entertainment industry is abuzz with speculation surrounding the deaths of Diddy and Twitch and Hesh, and the music mogul's recent legal woes.
Let's go through the top 3 worst fantasy football punishments. Coming in at number 1, the tried and true Waffle House Challenge.
These events have reignited long-simmering rumors about a possible connection to talk show host Ellen DeGeneres. DeGeneres and Diddy have maintained a publicly friendly relationship for years, with Diddy making multiple appearances on The Ellen DeGeneres Show.
So tell me about your birthday party. Am I invited?
Yes, you're definitely invited.
However, following Diddy's arrest on charges of misconduct and racketeering, the nature of their association is under fresh scrutiny. The rumors surrounding DeGeneres, Diddy, Twitch, and Hesh point to a larger issue within Hollywood: the potential for powerful figures to silence those who might expose wrongdoing. DeGeneres herself faced accusations of fostering a toxic work environment on her show, while Diddy has long been dogged by allegations of misconduct. The relationship between Ellen DeGeneres and Diddy has raised speculative questions. Although the death of famous hip-hop dancer Twitch was officially ruled as self-inflicted, talks are that Diddy might be linked to it. Allegedly, Twitch possessed dark, compromising evidence involving both allegations, claims that Twitch was invited, or possibly coerced, into attending Diddy's notorious freak-off parties, gatherings rumored to involve disturbing, even illegal activities. There are claims that DeGeneres, as a close associate of Diddy, may have played a role in bringing Twitch into these circles. It's suggested that Twitch knew damaging information events and might have pressure to keep quiet.
I love you. I
love you too. All right, let's play a game.
These theories hint that his knowledge of these parties and the potential risks he posed to DeGeneres and Diddy's reputations could have made him a target. Whether Twitch's death was indeed self-inflicted remains a question among those who believe there's more to the story than what has been publicly acknowledged. Whatever the case, the public is demanding answers about the deaths of Twitch and Isha, and the nature of the connection between DeGeneres and Diddy. These events bring to light the potential dangers of a culture of secrecy, and the difficulty of holding influential figures accountable. While no evidence supports the online theories, the ongoing speculation is a stark reminder of the enduring fascination with celebrity lives and the constant search for hidden truths within Hollywood. Amidst the furor, another secret has been unveiled by the ever-watchful eyes of the internet. What's this secret? What does it reveal about the connection between Diddy and Ellen DeGeneres? Let's delve into that. Resurfaced Ellen tweet. Ellen DeGeneres posted the tweet in November 2016, and now many people are commenting that it has aged poorly following Diddy's arrest. In the tweet, DeGeneres talks about musician Sean Diddy Combs and wishes him happy birthday. This tweet has resurfaced, sparking attention amid Sean Diddy Combs' arrest. The tweet begins innocently, addressing the rapper by his various aliases. Happy birthday, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Sean Combs. Tweet raised eyebrows. DeGeneres affectionately referred to Diddy as Cuddle McSnugglestuff, adding, "You don't need to know why." The cryptic comment has fueled speculation and curiosity. This almost decade-long tweet has left many wondering about the nature of their relationship. Many social media users were left feeling uneasy by Ellen DeGeneres' tweet's overly familiar tone. A significant number of respondents shared the sentiment that the tweet had not aged well. Another commenter sarcastically noted that it sure aged well. Meanwhile, a third user retweeted the post, seeking clarification from the TV host and asking DeGeneres to explain her intention behind the message. Reactions highlighted the public perception of DeGeneres' interaction with Diddy, particularly in light of recent events. While that one was still hot like a volcanic stream, another surfaced with Ellen DeGeneres begging Diddy to attend one of her parties during an old episode of The Ellen DeGeneres Show. During the interview, Ellen DeGeneres teased Diddy about his tardiness on the show. She questioned whether he would repeat this behavior at an upcoming party she hosted. DeGeneres asked Combs if he would arrive early to her party. Combs admitted he wouldn't, citing his need to arrive fashionably late. DeGeneres requested that he not be too late. Diddy then inquired about the desired arrival time, but DeGeneres chose secrecy. She emphasized the importance of his timely arrival, joking that the party wouldn't truly begin until he arrived.
Are you going to be early for my party?
Yes, I am. No.
No.
You know I have to arrive fashion.
This lighthearted exchange showcased the banter and camaraderie, further adding to the mystery surrounding their relationship. Fans have commented on the old clip, reacting to the pair's conversation about Diddy's party antics, central to the federal case against him. Diddy hasn't also covered himself in much glory, especially with a past interview of him coming out at the worst possible time. What was said in this interview? How does it implicate Diddy? Stay tuned and find out. Diddy's self-implicating interview. Another thing that hasn't aged well since Diddy's arrest is an interview with Diddy himself. The musician appeared on Late Night with Conan O'Brien in 2002 and was quizzed by the host about how he would go about throwing a party. Diddy responded with answers that have aged poorly in light of his recent arrest and being charged with trafficking. Diddy's 2002 appearance on Late Night with Conan O'Brien has re-emerged on social media, with many viewers uneasy about his comments. Host Conan O'Brien asked Diddy what he would need to throw a party. Diddy then outlined his party requirements, starting with multiple types of alcohol and lots of water. Conan O'Brien interjected, asking if this was for watering plants. Diddy then explained that ladies often drink water at parties, and if it's not available, they might leave. He jokingly added that it's essential to keep them there, even suggesting locks on the doors. Although this remark drew laughter from the audience, it's not making any smile now. Diddy's comments hinted at the coercion he's been accused of. The music mogul admitted that his approach might be a bit extravagant, but encouraged O'Brien to go along. He further specified that the venue needed to be physically hot, with no air conditioning. Diddy, heat affects the alcohol, and you know everybody gets a little bit more comfortable and loose, which builds up a nice little sweat. Conan O'Brien expressed his distaste, saying Combs' party plans sounded disgusting.
I don't know if guys have noticed this, like a lot of ladies drink water at parties. They just, you know, so you have, if you don't have what they need, they're gonna leave.
Right.
Gotta keep them there. Right. You need locks on the doors.
Diddy responded, suggesting that perspective plays a role. The singer added that his parties would likely generate buzz, predicting that they would be shut down and potentially even lead to his arrest due to their wild nature. Diddy emphasized that his goal was simply to have a good time with no care about the consequences. This exchange further adds questions on the influence celebrities have and how they wield you. Music fans are now demanding to see the list of associates who they believe are connected to Diddy's alleged trafficking. The music tycoon, a frequent visitor to the UK for the past 30 years, is under scrutiny. Now fans want to know which other big names could be connected or even implicated, as the mogul comes under scrutiny. It has been reported that a string of top entertainers are concerned Diddy's case could open up a can of worms. Diddy has publicly partied with celebrities, from Usher to James LeBron. Some of his high-profile associates, including famous musicians and actors, are said to be extremely worried their names could be mentioned if the case unfolds. Reports show that Diddy has partied with many famous faces over the years. They loved partying with him at his lavish soirees all over the world. So, who is on Diddy's list? Is Ellen DeGeneres also present? Let's find out. Background of Diddy's list. Amid Diddy's arrest and ongoing investigation, a renewed interest in people who were associated with Diddy is making the rounds, especially celebrities who attended his famous white parties and those who were named in lawsuits and allegations, though very few of them have actually been accused of any wrongdoing. Sean Diddy Combs' notorious freak-off parties were a well-known secret among industry insiders. His high-profile white parties boasted packed guest lists. These annual events, which have been extensively documented, produce numerous photos of A-list celebrities partying alongside the media tycoon. There's no evidence linking these parties to any wild, uninhibited parties. However, dancers who worked at these events and former attendees have discussed how wild these nights get, filled with illegal substances and unclad women, reminiscent of the alleged freak-offs. Several celebrities have confessed to spending wild nights with the founder of Bad Boy Records in past interviews and public appearances, and Ellen DeGeneres has publicly admitted to partying with Diddy on several occasions. Now, a dancer who worked at one such party is dropping names about who she claims to have seen with Diddy. Adria Sherry English has shared her experiences both in a conversation with the Daily Mail and in a civil lawsuit.
For their own evil, nasty desire,
where she accused Diddy of, among other things, inappropriate behavior. Besides Ellen DeGeneres, notable names have come up, as a friend and fellow music mogul Jay-Z has been a regular guest at many of Diddy's events, including the famous White Party. So is Beyoncé, Jay-Z's wife and a superstar in her own right. Diddy's lavish gatherings drew an A-list crowd, with several high-profile celebrities becoming regular fixtures. Leonardo DiCaprio was also a mainstay at these events, frequently spotted mingling with fellow elites. Ashton Kutcher took his involvement further, co-hosting charity functions like the 2009 White Party to combat malaria. Reality TV stars. The Kardashians also made appearances, with Khloe Kardashian revealing on Keeping Up with the Kardashians that Diddy's parties were notorious for their wild energy. Other notable attendees included Mariah Carey and Paris Hilton, who revealed the extravagant atmosphere. Usher once admitted that wild things happened during the rapper. Diddy's lavish gatherings have long been a staple of Hollywood's elite social scene, attracting not just celebrities. This list of about 200 individuals includes royalty, celebrities, and influential figures. Prince Harry has attended numerous high-profile events, including those hosted by Diddy, alongside music and entertainment stars. Princess Beatrice and Eugenie of York have also socialized with Diddy's inner circle at exclusive London and New York gatherings. Princess Charlotte Kazirahi of Monaco, the granddaughter of Grace Kelly, frequently attends glamorous events and fashion shows, occasionally overlapping with Diddy's parties.
Now, y'all see, those are some high-profile people who's been around this man for all these years, dating back way back in the 90s, like royalty. So if he was to flip on anybody, what type of credit he gonna get? Pretty much immunity. What type of immunity that the Fed's gonna give him from doing that? You know what I'm saying? Because it looked like to me he really, really know a lot. Date back all the way through the 90s. Just listen what they talking about.
Prince Albert II of Monaco, while not directly spotted at Diddy's event, has mingled with celebrity during the Monaco Grand Prix, where Diddy has hosted events. Sheikh Mossa bint Nasser, a Qatari royal, appeared at international events alongside Diddy and other celebrities. Princess Madeleine of Sweden has socialized in elite circles that sometimes intersect with Diddy's world, particularly at high society events. Crown Prince Pavlos of Greece and his wife Marie Chantal have socialized with celebrities and international elites who frequent Diddy's parties. Lady Victoria Hervey, a British aristocrat, has attended numerous exclusive celebrity events, including some of Diddy's famous gatherings. Countess Luann de Lesseps, known for appearing on The Real Housewives of New York City, has also attended high society events that overlap with Diddy's circle. Princess Ferial of Jordan, involved in charity and humanitarian efforts,
of the educated material to the children's minds,
has attended events with Diddy and other high-profile figures. Lady Kitty Spencer, a niece of Princess Diana, has attended high fashion and elite events, including some hosted by or attended by Diddy. These individuals demonstrate the diverse, high-profile nature of Diddy's social network, blending royalty, celebrities, and influencers. This list also involves notable politicians. So, who are the politicians that have featured on the list? How prominent are they? Let's delve into that. Politicians on Diddy's list. As a renowned entrepreneur and artist, Diddy's reach extends far beyond the music industry. His influence permeates the world of politics, where he has forged connections with influential figures.
16, you know, the game has been elevated. As we can tell.
Reports have emerged that these celebrities have attended Diddy's freak-off at one point or another. Diddy was an early and vocal supporter of Barack Obama's 2008 campaign. This alliance public interactions at various cultural and political events. Michelle Obama also crossed paths with Diddy at similar gatherings, where he demonstrated his advocacy for the Obama family. Former President Bill Clinton and Diddy have connected through mutual appearances at charity galas, particularly those focused on HIV/AIDS research and urban youth initiatives. Similarly, Vice President Kamala Harris and Diddy have met at events centered on voter mobilization and political activism. During her vice presidential campaign, Diddy publicly endorsed the importance of voter engagement, aligning with Harris's platform. New York City Mayor Eric Adams shares Diddy's commitment to empowering local communities through education, economic opportunity, and justice reform. Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez has engaged with Diddy at forums addressing social justice.
And we were tired of a cynical politics that seemed blind to the realities of working people.
Economic equality and voter participation. Cynthia Nixon, who ran for New York governor in 2018, has also moved in the same social and political circles as Diddy, focusing on social justice and equality. Just to name a few, Diddy's connections to these influential politicians have brought questions about their links to him. So, what crimes has Diddy been accused of? How has it affected him? Keep watching to know more. Controversies surrounding Diddy's life. The renowned rapper and music mogul is central to a mounting controversy. Since November 2023, numerous individuals have come forward with alarming allegations of misconduct, casting a shadow over Diddy's reputation and legacy. The turmoil began when Diddy's ex-girlfriend, Cassie, filed a bombshell lawsuit accusing him of physical and emotional mistreatment. Diddy's lawyer swiftly denied these allegations.
He believes he's innocent. I believe he's innocent. and we're going to fight this case with all of our might until we don't have to fight any longer.
Labeling them baseless and outrageous lies. The case was sold shortly after filing. However, this was only the beginning. Additional allegations surfaced from various individuals, showcasing Diddy's pattern of misconduct and controlling tendencies. Kimora Lee Simmons recalled Diddy threatening to hit her while pregnant in a 2004 interview. Joy Dickerson Neal, who alleged Diddy coerced her into substance use, mistreated her in 1991. The list got longer when Jane Doe, an anonymous accuser, claimed Diddy trafficked her when she was only 17 in 2008. Rodney Lil Rod Jones's case is slightly different.
Off the Grid by Diddy. And it's Grammy nominated, right?
As Jones is listed as one of those who allegedly witnessed Diddy's illegal activities. The controversy surrounding Sean Diddy Combs continues to escalate, with additional women coming forward to share their experiences. 3 recent allegations have shed further light on the scope of misconduct perpetuated by Diddy and those closest to him. Grace O'Markay, a woman who worked on a yacht chartered by Diddy, has accused Christian King Combs, Diddy's youngest son, of misconduct. Furthermore, O'Markay alleges Diddy aided in the transactions. This development raises concerns about how Diddy may have enabled or covered up misconduct within his inner circle. Crystal McKinney has also stepped forward, claiming that Diddy forced her into non-consensual acts in 2003. This allegation echoes the experiences of other women who have accused Diddy of similar misconduct. McKinney's courage in sharing her story adds to the growing narrative of Diddy's alleged history of mistreatment. In another disturbing revelation, Adria English has filed a criminal complaint alleging that Diddy trafficked her from 2004 to 2009. English's allegations paint a picture of a prolonged and exploitative relationship, further amplifying concerns about Diddy's treatment of women. As the number of claims grows, so does the pressure on Diddy to address these accusations. Diddy has consistently denied wrongdoing, calling the allegations sickening and money grabs. His lawyers have also issued statements dismissing the claims. Despite this, federal investigations led to raids on Diddy's Los Angeles and Miami homes. 2 of his sons were detained but released without charges. The ongoing controversy has taken a toll on Diddy's personal life. His sons have moved out of his home, and his alleged partner in crime, Brendan Paul, was arrested.
I'm so sorry.
Diddy's reputation and legacy remain under intense scrutiny as the allegations continue to mount. The music mogul's once illustrious career now faces an uncertain future. This is definitely not the circle Ellen DeGeneres would want to have herself in. Breaking news has just emerged as the FBI has confirmed Sean Combs, better known as Diddy, has escaped from prison just minutes ago. This shocking development raises questions about how he managed to evade authorities and what implications this will have for his ongoing legal troubles. Will Diddy be apprehended soon? What does this mean for the victims who have come forward against him? The Metropolitan Detention Center, commonly referred to as MDC Brooklyn, is the only federal jail located in New York City. Since its opening in the early 1990s, the facility has faced numerous issues that have raised concerns about the treatment of inmates. In recent years, the conditions within the jail have been so severe that some judges have chosen not to send individuals there, reflecting the facility's deteriorating environment. MDC Brooklyn has also been home to several high-profile inmates, including celebrities like R. Kelly and Ghislaine Maxwell, as well as cryptocurrency fraudster Sam Bankman-Fried.
Before him, there were R. Kelly, Ghislaine Maxwell, and crypto scammer Sam Bankman-Fried.
One of the key problems at MDC Brooklyn is staffing shortages. The Bureau of Prisons has acknowledged the difficulties in maintaining adequate staff levels, which has had a direct impact on the quality of care and security within the facility. In a statement, the Bureau indicated that they are actively working to address these staffing challenges. Their plans include adding permanent correctional and medical staff to ensure that the inmates receive the necessary support and care. Moreover, they are tackling the issue of over 700 backlogged maintenance requests, which could help improve the physical conditions of the jail. The agency is also making efforts to respond to the concerns raised by judges regarding the treatment and conditions at the facility. Despite these efforts, the facility has remained controversial, A recent case involving Sean Combs highlighted the ongoing issues at MDC Brooklyn. Combs' legal team requested that he be allowed to wait for his trial under house arrest at his luxurious $48 million mansion in Miami Beach, Florida. However, a judge denied this request, reflecting the serious nature of the charges against him and the perceived risks of releasing him from custody.
So we made a bail appeal to Judge Carter. It did not go our way. The fight continues.
MDC Brooklyn serves primarily as a detention center for individuals who have been arrested and are awaiting trial in federal courts located in Manhattan or Brooklyn. The jail also houses inmates who are serving short sentences following their convictions. The facility can accommodate approximately 1,200 detainees.
Imagine you hit a big win and the other social casino wants you to wait 2 weeks. And even after the 2 weeks is over, they want you to verify your account again. Moto pays instantly in a blink of an eye. On Sunday, the Lord.
I got one I got to show y'all. Let me show y'all. Let me see. I got one that I seen that I want to share with y'all. Like, y'all gonna be like, what in the F is going on? When I show you this, share this one with you. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel, man. Malone TV News. And also, hold on. And also, if you hadn't got the book, man, you know what I'm saying? Hustle Forward, Not Backwards, by yours truly, Charles Malone. You know what I'm saying? My autobiography is on Amazon. You know what I'm saying? You can look on the screen right there. I got it printed on the screen, typed on the screen. You know, my autobiography is available on Amazon and is available on Barnes and Noble as well, on sale for at $9.99. So get you a copy, man. You know what I'm saying? And before it goes up, price goes up. You know what I'm saying? Because it's getting close to the holidays, and once the holidays hit, you know them prices are gonna gouge. They gonna jump way up. So y'all make sure y'all go get this autobiography right here. Now, what I was doing is I was trying to show y'all this new clip video that I had. The update. Let me see. I gotta take my glasses off so I can see. Let's see. I can find it. Let me see, where is that video at? What that girl at? Y'all gonna be like, man, for real? There we go, right there. All right, here we go. All right. Wait till we get into this and show y'all.
Steven Tyler, Joe Biden, Michelle Obama, have you had personal sexual experiences with these people?
Yes.
These people participated in sex abuse firsthand with you?
Yes.
Riverside County Child Protective Services was involved in my trafficking. Ever thought that we would see the day where Diddy would get arrested? And I told you guys in that Maria Z interview in 2021, no one tells on Diddy, P. Diddy.
Welcome back, loved ones. Happy Saturday. Hope you have a blessed weekend ahead. Guys, we are headed to some current events, and I'm not mad about it. The last two episodes, woof. Today is going to be more podcast style. I will be featuring some bits and pieces of Cassie's affidavit, a couple photos here and there. But I just wanted to pop on here today and release this video to you because I personally discovered some new information. A victim has come out, and she's been speaking out for multiple years against celebrities, politicians, and Diddy has been name dropped.
We are talking about children being sold. Evil blood money.
The first thing we're going to do is we're going to connect the dots from where we left off, and then we're going to actually get into this young lady's story and bring some awareness to that. Dark Diaries by Chelsea J. Welcome. The last episode, we covered Kim Porter and Sarah Chapman. We discovered that Sarah Chapman had a baby in early 2006, and Kim Porter ended up having twins at the end of the same year in 2006. Kim ended up finally leaving Diddy for good. It's said that it was over the affair that he had with Sarah Chapman. Personally, I think that she had just been through too much with this guy. She ended up breaking it off. And to be honest with you, I don't even think that the relationship had fully ended with Kim Porter before Diddy had already started a new relationship with a woman named Cassie. Her real name is Cassandra Ventura, and that was by 2007. Studying this guy's life, I'm stressed. I'm stressed out. This guy has no breaks. He just keeps going, one person to the next and to the next, and it just more just that he can use to have children. He gets children involved. It's like throw some money at the women and get right on with your life. Throw some money at your kids too. Do bad things, throw some money at it, make it all go away. Just money, money, money. Speaking of money, I'm sure that you've seen the name Cassie associated with the name Diddy. It's kind of old news because she went to sue him about a year ago, November 16th of 2023 to be exact. Guess what? Money. That's what. Money. Enough of it was used to settle outside of court with Cassie. She ended up dropping the lawsuit with prejudice a day later. Seriously, she filed and then within 24 hours it was settled. But she didn't just go for Diddy. She went for Bad Boy Entertainment, Bad Boy Records, Epic Records, Combs Enterprises LLC. She went for his bread and butter, which if you recall with John Paul Miller, remember how he would get so defensive of people going after his church because being a pastor is cover. When John Miller's wife, Micah Francis, mysteriously committed suicide in the woods of North Carolina, right before they were headed to court for finalizing the divorce, and all of this abuse was going to come out against Pastor John Paul Miller of Solid Rock Church. Similar pattern here. In that case, people within John Paul Miller's church of Solid Rock, they knew what was happening, or they simply pretended, I didn't know about that. John Paul Miller's sex addiction, bags of cash that he had from a bar that he owned, a bar that a pastor owned, drugging his wife up and watching her hook up with men for his pleasure on a late Saturday night, just to head into church on a Sunday and tell his congregation that we all need to do better as Christians. Yeah, Micah Francis was going to tell all, and then she killed herself, they say. Yeah, convince me that a loving woman named Micah Francis, who was excited to move on from her abusive pastor husband, seriously did that. Convince me that Diddy didn't have people killed who were going to bring down his industry. The industry that would expose he was abusive physically, psychologically, emotionally, spiritually to every woman in some way. The industry to which he clearly ran a trafficking ring. Right now, it appears that it's sex trafficking. But I wouldn't put it past this guy to have his hands in some other types of trafficking too. His victim, his ex-girlfriend Cassie, was so traumatized it took her years for her to come forward and talk about this, to actually gain the courage to file against him. From 26 broke away from him all the way to 2023. That's how long it took for her to say, you know what, I'm ready. I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to say what I went through with him for 10 years. And then boom, 24 hours after she filed, it's settled. 30 million is what I heard. Now, if you read the affidavit that she filed, and I'll leave a link down below, it is incredibly well done. It explains how Diddy sucked her into a 10-album deal in order to sign with his label. That's a long time to be under someone's thumb to do business. Cassie hit success with the Billboard charts with her first record alone. She became a celebrity, which made her vulnerable because it was moving fast. She was about 20 years old with a man in his late 30s glorifying her the whole climb. Diddy pretended to take her under his wing in favor of her success, offering support to not only her career, but to her as a person also. But on her 21st birthday, he used her day to force a kiss on her. She said it scared her because I don't think she saw him in that way at that time. She's so young, you know, it's her day. But he planted one on her. But like many abusers do, they become your everything as they begin to groom you and target you. And once you go along with being their target and allowing them to insert themselves furthermore into your life for longer periods of time, the deeper in it you are. And they don't just insert themselves into your life, they insert themselves into a power position in your life while you're vulnerable, so you end up dependent. And it makes you think twice when they start finally crossing those lines. If you really want to think about leaving a situation, you know, you think to yourself, I don't know if this is a good idea, you know, maybe they didn't mean it. Well, these are your red flags when that happens. That is exactly when a victim starts ignoring the red flags. They excuse the red flags and the abuse in order to keep their life intact. So she knew it made her uncomfortable how he started to insert himself and he kissed her and all that, but she ended up keeping it to herself because her career was on the line. Remember, she signed a 10-album deal. Additionally, Diddy ended up getting really pissed off with her when she brought her boyfriend to the awards ceremony to celebrate her success. He said that her boyfriend couldn't be there. By 2007, he took Cassie out and he got her high. He then paid for her a flight to Miami away from her boyfriend where he could isolate her, where he kept her intoxicated and drugged her up to the point where she feared Diddy enough that she didn't want to lose sight of keeping him happy for the sake of her career. But she also couldn't consent to much, being that drugged and intoxicated. It was very heavy for her, and they ended up hooking up. Obviously, it's safe to say with the discomfort that she was already discovering with him, how he's weeding out her boyfriend and starting to introduce her to addiction, and he put her on a flight and took her away. Had she been home sober around her loved ones, she wouldn't have consented. That's what I believe. However, after that, it was easier to gravitate toward Diddy as he would carry wads of cash and he would tell her, don't worry about money. I got money. He expensed lavish vacations for him and Cassie, purchased a car for her, and provided her with extensive amounts of designer clothing. Around 2008 or 2009, Diddy began to rent an apartment in Manhattan for Cassie. The apartment was within walking distance of Diddy's residence. See the control? This was inserting himself much deeper than that of a career. It's now insertion into Cassie's personal life, into every aspect of her life now. Not only business, but personal. And this becomes very dangerous for Cassie. The more he gives and she takes, the worse it will get. Her parents felt pretty weird about this when he ended up getting her that first apartment, by the way, and that's pretty telling when your friends and family start to know things like that. And then he also did this same thing, the same exact thing, in Los Angeles, California. He hooked her up with an apartment, and then he made sure that it was within walking distance of his residence out there as well. Another new car, and then it started to become where he was paying for her makeup artists to come on and her hairdressers when she would go out and perform or when she was like on the red carpet. Eventually, he ended up just completely owning her life. To her medical records. He would have her medical records emailed over to him. Naturally, there was motive. That means in his mind, she owed him to be his punching bag, to be his sex slave, his drugged up rag doll. He started beating her. He would book her up in hotels and wait for her injuries to heal so nobody knew about the abuse. She started losing her memory between all the drugs, alcohol, partying lifestyle, and the emotional and physical abuse. So Roger Bonds, who was Diddy's security guard, we've had him on episode 2. He was talking. He was giving information about things that he saw. He ended up literally witnessing her get beat really bad by Diddy. I'm really glad that these people, Roger and Gene, have decided to come out and be on the good side and speak against Diddy. But it's a little hard for me because, you know, this abuse would go on and on and on. Because eventually people saw it and Diddy knew that, but nobody was doing anything about it. This incident that Roger Bonds saw Cassie get her ass kicked, Cassie was hurt really bad. It said that Roger tried to stop it. And I get that. I credit the guy for that, but it's just hard for me. She ended up having to go into hiding to heal for several days because she was so messed up. You know, I was a victim of DV myself in the past. Not to this level, but I was. I think for me, when I read this affidavit, I've had to disassociate a little bit and keep it facts, since I know that she got out and she's in a much better place. It's kind of like what I hang on to when I read stuff like this. I know she's in a much happier, blessed, peaceful place in her life. But the minute that reading stuff like this becomes really hard and very real and personal for me is when I choose to remind myself about the time that her parents felt that bad energy. Something was off when Diddy hooked her up with her first apartment. And I remember that is their daughter. I end up imagining being the mother that I am, you know, waking up one day, I'm a mom, my daughter's out there, she's making a life for herself. I make my coffee, I go to my gym, I live my day. And my daughter being in hiding all alone with her injuries. And she can't tell me about it. It wrecks me and becomes very personal when I think of it like that. That these are real people. They are really sisters, daughters, a friend. And that things like this really, really did happen under Diddy. And that his victims got really, really traumatized and hurt. And nobody did anything about it for those people that were around and saw it or knew it was going on. Page 15, line 70. While in the hotel, she asked if she could go home to her parents, but Mr. Combs wouldn't let her. She lied to her mother when she was asked about an online gossip forum that reported the assault. Line 73. She got used to it and she disassociated. Then he trafficked her. Page 16, line 79 in the affidavit. It would last for days. He called them freak-offs. He told her that it was their secret. He drugged her up and he lined her up with men and enjoyed himself watching her get used by other men before his very eyes. And he liked it. He took footage of the encounters and shamed her by showing her that the footage that he took of her would never go away. It was a forever thing. She tried to delete it, and he would tease her and shame her and bring it back and say, see, this isn't going anywhere. August 2015. She was in the middle of her 29th birthday. In case you haven't noticed, this guy has a pattern of taking attention from anyone else back onto himself. He instructed her in the middle of her 29th birthday to attend the freak off. Do it for him. Drop everything, even her big day. She said no. And his staff ended up intimidating her, it said, to go with Diddy and do it anyway. She started to get ill before the freak-offs because she was so scared and anxious to do these things against not just her will, but his will. She went against her will at the will of Diddy to do what he wanted, how he wanted it, when he wanted it. Page 20, line 104 and 105. She tried to leave, but his staff was sent to lure her back to him. She had to go back so many times, and so many more times he beat her up. And on one occasion, I believe what I understood from the affidavit, it was so bad that he ended up having to just send her to hiding in his own home. While she was there healing, he FaceTimed her and he said, you got to go up and put on more makeup. I don't want my son to see you like that. Everyone in Diddy's world knew that he was beating the crap out of Cassie, and they did nothing to themselves in their pain. In or around of 2016, during one of their freak-offs out in LA, Diddy became extremely intoxicated and he punched her in the face which gave her a black eye. After he fell asleep, she ended up trying to leave the hotel room, but as she exited, he woke up and began screaming. He followed her into the hallway of the hotel while he was yelling at her. He grabbed her and then he took glass vases in the hallway and threw them at her, causing glass to crash around them as she ran into the elevator to escape. She managed to get into the elevator, and when she got in the lobby, she quickly took a cab to her apartment. Upon realizing that running away would cause Diddy to be even angrier with her, she continued to stick with this completely insane cycle. She ended up returning to the hotel with the intention of apologizing to spare her life. "I'm sorry I ran away from you when you were sleeping because I'm scared of you and you hit me." When she returned, however, hotel security staff urged her to get back in the cab and go to her apartment, suggesting they had seen the security footage of what he did to her. Upon information and belief, it's said that Diddy paid $50,000 to get rid of that. He's got a lot of patterns, right? He crashes birthdays, hits every woman, he takes on little boys, sends Usher to the hospital. Justin Bieber's traumatized. It's the same thing. He's got certain ways that he operates. For example, $50,000. He seems like he drops that number a lot when he wants to get out of trouble. I noticed that he dropped $50,000 as an offer in 1999 to the cab driver when him and J-Lo were fleeing. He's like, "Here's $50,000 to say the gun is yours." In September of 2018, when she went to go meet him for the last time to get their affairs in order, and they were going to break up and they were going to kind of end things, allegedly he agreed to this. He knew what it was about, and everything went fine, it said, until the end of the night. He forced himself into the house when they went to depart and violently raped. Age 24, line 130, she left him. Even returned the items he had given her. Security items. This wasn't just like some bracelets, some diamonds, I need a car, so I'll just give him back the jewelry. It wasn't like that. She gave back the car and she walked away from the things that...
We're going to pause it right there. Do a little intermission real quick. Pay some bills real quick. Okay, let me get on it. You guys hadn't got it, now you finna get it. Cause your boy been doing what he do. All right. All right, this is W energy drink, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's like a mixture of it's a sports drink, pretty much. You get that, man, and it's like a real good energy, give you a good vibe, and everything. And also, to me, it tastes like more like a Kool-Aid flavorish type deal. You know what I'm saying? So you see the code right there. You can scan this barcode. You know what I'm saying? And it'll take you straight to the website. You know what I'm saying? Go straight to the website and pretty much purchase it on their website or whatever. If you want some that good energy when you going like to work out, anything like that, this would be it, man. The W energy drink. You know what I'm saying? That's just one of the things, you know what I'm saying? One of my sponsors, you know what I'm saying? W, get at me. Okay? That's one of them out the way, you know? And also, man, support the stream. You know what I'm saying? This the code. Cash out to your boy. You know what I'm saying? Cash out to the stream or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, scan that barcode down at the bottom right here on the screen. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to donate to the screen, it help all the the streaming abilities and everything to be working on the streaming for the day. Take care of all the little pay, you know what I'm saying? Help pay some of the bills around the little home TV news streaming joint, what I would want to say. Also, yeah, Malone TV News, man. Like I said, just go down, scroll down to the bottom, and you can scan that barcode, and it'll take you straight. You know what I'm saying? To the Malone TV News, man. And then you can just, you know what I'm saying? Straight to my cash app. It'll go straight to my cash app. So if you want to donate to the channel, you know what I'm saying, just to help build the goddamn channel on up some more. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate each and everybody that comes in and, hang out with me. You know what I'm saying? And we all updated on everything. And I appreciate love and support. Now let's get back into the video.
That he was renting out to her own security. To get out of that, line 137, she took all steps possible to entirely remove herself from the abuser's ambit, including by entering into contracts to end her record deal with Bad Boy Entertainment. As a result, from all that, 10 years of that, she struggled with thoughts of suicide, trauma, anxiety, addiction. Her relationship with loved ones suffered. She lost friends. She had to start her career over, but she's credited her beautiful kids for giving her hope to carry on. She spent years recovering from this. Now, within David, there was a listing about her relationship with another artist named Kid Cudi. She had some kind of relationship with Kid Cudi. Really mad about it because they were on the outs. She ended up Kid Cudi for some time. One of the freak-offs that Diddy initiated, he would use her cell phone, he would use her laptop, he would use her electronic devices to record these things on occasion. So it's, to my assumption, if I understood the affidavit correctly, he somehow got into her information in the computer and found email exchanges between herself and Kid Cudi from that time. He became enraged, and he proceeded to place a manual corkscrew between his fingers, and he lunged at Miss Ventura, at Cassie. Come on, does that sound familiar? This is exactly what Kim Porter did to him when she cut his right wrist. We talked about this in the last episode, and Gene Deal was amazed. He's like, what does it take for someone to take a corkscrew and do something like that? To have to cut somebody with a corkscrew to get your point across. Ironically, right? That'd been done to Diddy. It affected him. He said he could have lost his career from it. He guilted Kim Porter for doing that. And then he tried to do it to Cassie. Coincidence? I think not. Anyway, Diddy got mad about Kid Cudi. And he threatened to blow up Kid Cudi's car. And Kid Cudi's car blew up in his driveway. And it wrecked the relationship between Kid Cudi and Cassie. No surprise there. She lost another friend. It was too much for him. He could have died. Roger Bonds said that after that particular incident, he ended up leaving. Gene Deal left because Janice Combs was a wacky, crazy person that was continuing to try to have power and control and get with Gene Deal, according to his story. After that, Roger Bonds left. He decided he was going to go join somewhere else because he said the situation caught up with him, and he ended up using his diabetes to say that he just needed to find something else. After Cassie filed and settled, the video footage aired, and that's when Diddy came out with an apology on what happened.
So difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life. Sometimes you gotta do that. I was fucked up. I hit rock bottom. But I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my action in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy. Going to rehab. Had to ask God for His mercy and grace. I'm so sorry. But I'm coming to be a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry.
It's the head drop for me at the end. That shows how pathetic he is. Also, in the first video that I ever released on this case, he was talking about how God was a female. I don't know if you guys were able to see that, but now suddenly he's praying to a man for his grace and his mercy. Now I'm going to conclude this content with an additional victim that came out. And her name is Allison Leilani Carter, and she goes by Allie. Now, Allie comes from a place where she talks about, yes, Diddy, but she also talks about politicians, CPS, Hollywood, the feds. Like, she is a tell-all, hold back nothing kind of woman. She talks about corruption within her system, and it might leave you feeling a bit fearful and discouraged, but please be encouraged by the truth. Because if this is the truth, what she's saying, and sadly, I believe it, I think it's possible that this is completely true, then we should be talking about it and we should be able to stay aware of it. You know, my family live in California. I'm headed to Los Angeles next weekend with my family, my kids included. She talks about trafficking rings in Los Angeles. So I'm going to read from an affidavit that she put out there earlier this year and let her voice come through so you can hear how far this goes, given the fact that Diddy is name dropped in it, but especially given the fact that politicians are name dropped in her testimony as well. Other bigger celebrities, like, you be amazed. Your discretion is advised. Trigger warning, this is extremely disturbing. Affidavit goes against Brian Christopher Williams, aka Birdman, Denzel Hayes Washington Jr. It is said that Denzel Washington has yelled at Diddy. They got into some kind of tiff at one of Diddy's parties. It's said that Denzel and his wife have had nothing to do with Diddy ever since. Then Diddy is listed in this, and then Young Jock. She talks right here about one of the kings of comedy, who wore a gold chain, was complaining that he just did an hour set and there was nobody to mess around with or pleasure himself with backstage. This comedian broke the no anal sex rule and had anal sex with me anyway, and he laughed. I screamed for my handler and everybody was laughing, but I kept getting in trouble. I was told to get intimate with a girl on the table my age, and this was a minor at the time. Then they brought in donkeys and burros, and we had to get intimate with the animals. There were several girls that had to get intimate with the creatures while everyone watched. Another girl and I ended up throwing up afterward, and they rubbed our faces in each other's vomit as punishment. At this party, there were body cakes, which means that children, kids would lie on the table and people put food on them, and the party goers would eat off the children with no clothes. There were a lot of celebrities at this party. Once everyone was searched and inside, the DJ sounded the music and the lights flashed, signaling that everyone was in, and the doors were closed. They signaled that the pleasuring amongst many people could begin, and the kids that had been brought to the party were also bought to be party favors. Favors means that kids are literally set on a table and had to wait for people to come and choose intimacy. Once intimacy were placed back on the party favor table, and someone else could then come and pick them out from the table and repeat the same process. I had to be intimate with so many people that night that I could not remember them all, and some of the other altars hold those memories, which means that she was disassociating. She says that there were fetishes, and they're gross. They're really bad. There's one that says being intimate with red body fluids in one area, while others were getting intimate with animals in another area, so it wasn't just the kids. People were in a crazed and sexual frenzy. When the music started, I was sitting on the table. There were so many different sexual things going on at this party.
I was letting my social workers know, and they told me to stay quiet. They told me that if I told anybody else, that I would be shipped off to Arizona and no one would ever find me again. And everybody is so worried about the elite, and we could give those names of Barack Obama, Joe Biden. We know about Michelle Obama, that's a man. We know about we know about Steve Tyler, and we can give those names all day, and everybody is so worried about that. But what you should be worried about is the people that are in between, the people that go as low as your grave diggers. I was trafficked to people within my schools. I was trafficked in underground tunnels that link under your schools, through your cemeteries, under your amusement parks, through Universal Studios, and into Hollywood elite homes, all over the place, all over the world. And people don't understand that, and they can't fathom that, and they can't put that together. But if you think about the things that have come out, that come out lately, and there's 200 children missing and there's 300 children missing. What Amber Alert did you receive? How many times do you receive an Amber Alert every year? And if you think about that, how many children are coming up in your face that have been tortured and abused like this? It exists and it's real, and people don't want to face it. It happens in your schools every day, as your grave diggers, your trash men. Everybody is involved, but everybody is looking at the top, and that's just a small percentage, and you really need to look at the people in between.
So the names that you just mentioned, Barack Obama, Steven Tyler, Joe Biden, Michelle Obama,
hell?
have you had personal sexual experiences with these people?
Yes.
These people participated in abuse firsthand with you?
Yes.
Can you tell that story? Because that's important for people to understand.
No, because everybody is complicit. Everybody is complicit. It is covered up by your local FBI. It is covered up by your local police department. It is underground
crazy,
tunnels. There's a whole
y'all hear this
world.
shit?
It's a different way of life. There's every source of transportation.
Thanks for sharing it.
When I met Joe Biden, I was rushed through many celebrities. Half of them I did not know. It didn't faze me to see them. It didn't. Some of them were actually very conceited and cocky that I didn't know who they were. Underground, under the Getty Museum in Los Angeles, there are many tunnels. Again, there's a way of transportation. There's every single way of transportation under the ground. I was sold to Joe Biden multiple times. Sometimes people don't talk about it, because when you don't talk about it, it makes it okay. When you don't talk about it, it makes you bury it. When you don't talk about it, it's easier, and it kills that part of you.
I went into foster care at 13, 14. We tried to do a case against Riverside County Child Protective Services because Riverside County, do you hear me? Riverside County Child Protective Services was involved in my trafficking. Wow. Ever thought that we would see the day where Diddy would get arrested? And I told you guys in that Maria Z interview in 2021 that no one was on Diddy. P. Diddy. Right? Just the same way nobody tells them Denzel Washington. We're still not on the subject of the kids. All the adults are covering their asses. All the adults are, I left at a certain time, yet you knew children were there. You knew these parties were not okay. They weren't freak-offs. They were satanic ritual orgies. It wasn't just adults in these parties. The adults were responsible for the child that were in the party. And one of those children were me. Now, those who are trying to come at us now, talking like, oh, well, now that you can talk, fry. Because we tried to have a case with Child Protective Services. We gave them 8 months worth of evidence. 8 months worth of evidence. That didn't even do a crumb. They took that case and they hid it. If you are a survivor and if you are a real victim, be careful. Because these hotline numbers that they're putting out, I don't trust them. I wouldn't do it.
They take your information to see what you have.
They're taking inventory.
And then they shut it down. They're taking inventory. So don't trust them. Any attorney that's taking money to defend Diddy, you're nasty and vile.
That's blood money.
That's blood money.
That's all blood money. You do know that, right? Whether you take money from him to shut up, whether you take money from him for period, that's blood money. I don't want anybody's money. There's no witness protection program because how well is the Secret Service doing protecting your former president? They're not even doing their damn job. Even the photographer can get the shot, and including the people that can get the shot. Let's be real. But it's only talked about when it's trending. We got legal evidence to drop. I just don't know what's the point. I was at a Diddy party. I was one of the party favors. But I told you, nobody tells Diddy. Maria Z that interview in 2021. 7 months ago, we made sure, I already knew that Diddy and Oprah is about to get arrested. I already knew that 7-8 months ago. We went and made sure there were sworn documents. We have them. I'm not the only one. There are too many victims. victims that you don't even know their name, victims that you'll never hear their laugh, victims that you'll never know who the hell they were because everybody was so busy talking, bouncing to their music.
Let's be clear, you federal prosecutors, you have video surveillance from Diddy's house from back from 2008. In that 2008 2010 span, you'll find her video there. You want to send it over, she'll say, yeah, that's me. Then you can do what you can do, but otherwise we're not messing with you.
Yes, my pinky's broken. For those who keep circulating this picture of this girl with a broken pinky, yeah, my pinky's broken. It was broken at 12 years old when I tried to fight back and that didn't work. So there's a lot of parts of my body that pops and locks and shit because a lot of people started tying me up and I'm really small. If you've ever met me, I'm really, really small. So people used to use me a lot for baby jobs. So people used to use me a lot party favors. That party favor that I went on the table, I wore wigs to too. So if you want to turn those videos around, I have a wig on. But yeah, my pinky's broken and so is my toe pinky. There's a reason for that.
If you're a truther, you need to look up party favor effect as it relates to Diddy's freak-offs.
This is not just one problem. This is decades worth of an issue. You know that, right? Hopefully it's not going to be a slap on the wrist and then he kills himself and then he sit in the jail cell and everybody goes back to putting their head in the sand. Hopefully people understand that this is not about an election because the election is canceled because everybody is honest. Let me tell you something. They make sure in those parties that they have blackmail evidence. So if they go down, they taking everybody down with them. I pray to God that this is the day. I pray to God that this is the time because all the victims deserve some type of justice and it's just a matter of taking accountability and somebody saying, we are fucking sorry that we didn't hear you guys forever ago. There are people who are dead. There are babies who have lost their lives because nobody was listening. And now everybody, I want to listen. You are late. You're fucking late.
This woman has been trying to say this for years, and nobody's been listening. Are we listening now? I don't think we really know exactly how deep this all goes, but I believe in her, and I believe that we have to start paying attention. This isn't just celebrity headlines. This is real information. This is the foster children. These are our children. This is our family's safety at risk. I'll leave Cassie's affidavit down below if you want to be able to see some of that for yourself. There were details that I left out because, YouTube wouldn't let me read about it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will be seeing you next time for more information on the Diddy series. Be blessed, loved ones. Have a
Now, I just hope I don't shadow ban or anything, man. What I just shared to you guys, man, that is really breathtaking to hear all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, unbelievable. I mean, I know a lot of this stuff do exist out there in the world. It's sex trafficking and all this kind of the S word trafficking and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's out there. It's everywhere. I live in California. I know this. Trust me. But if you think about it, then more or less people want to try to ignore the fact that's going on. If you don't speak about it, then everybody like, oh, everything's good, it's cool, It's 2020, it's 2024, people. Time to wake up. Everybody has a voice. And that's what everybody's been doing lately, pretty much, using their voice to speak out, It's just crazy how the world works. A lot of people look up to them celebrities and stuff when they was kids and stuff like that. I'm not gonna lie, I was one of them people. I used to thought, hey, one day I'm gonna be a rapper. I'm gonna have some money. I'm gonna make it big time. I'm gonna make it in Hollywood. Now all the stuff I know now, man, I'm glad I stayed independent. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, they be grooming you out there. And that's what the whole game is. That's how they keep making money. They make money off of you. They use you up until they done with you and feed you to the wolves. If they don't want you to use, they don't need you no more. Oh, guess what are they gonna do? They're gonna blackmail you. We got this on you. If you tell somebody this, we're gonna unalive you or something like that nature. They'll try to say some stuff like that, allegedly. No, I ain't gonna say alleged because that's what's really going on in the world out there. You know, this dude was got done having the white party for a reason. You heard what that girl just said. They are satanic rituals, not freak offs. He probably used that word. They just took it and ran with it. But because they was covering up the other word, the satanic rituals. You know what I mean? And that's not good. And y'all know what I'm talking about. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. I just want to come on here and show y'all this video on this Friday, man. It's Good Friday, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate everybody tapping in with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, share, and comment, and subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. See I'm the GOAT 5 down at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? Hit the Cash App. Donate to the Cash App. Do what you do. You know what I'm saying? So until the next one, y'all have a great weekend. Deuces.